Alrighty, hello every folks, and good morning. Welcome to part 2 of the Lantern Only run for Kingsvein. Now, so a quick thing. Last time I was wondering why the hell it was that one of our characters was actually doing dramatically more than the others. Like, it didn't really seem to make sense to me at the time, because as far as the Lantern it goes, like, my understanding was that it was just a tool that just applies a fire tile to an area. So what somebody actually let me know from the Kingsvein community there is that there actually is a little bit of a thing where you actually can get a hold of some additional damage here, courtesy of magic score. So apparently your magic power does actually help out here. So for example, this guy over here would do 2. It wasn't just courtesy of that perk that he picked up, because I completely forgot to pick up the perk, was the other thing somebody mentioned. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and get all that set up. So first of all, let's go ahead and see if War Mage actually helps. Does that actually help? Okay, so War Mage does not actually affect it, which is a bit of a bummer. So War Mage doesn't count, Magic Power does. I don't know if the other one, was it Ley Lines or whatever it was, will potentially help, but well, either way, we'll figure that out. We have a way to make stuff go up, and specifically the reason that I'm actually at a earlier save than last time is because I sold something that would be very, very useful for this. Because I sold the eye pendant. It's not the only one. There's a good number of them in the game and whatnot. It's not super expensive, but potentially it could be very, very useful. It's only +1 mana, +1 magic power there, but still, it only counts when blind. But that's actually the other thing. Since most of our abilities actually happen to be sort of in a position that we can only attack from one tile anyway, blind doesn't really affect us that much. So for those unfamiliar, the blind status in Kingsvein is a little unusual in that what it does is that it just kind of stops you from attacking at range, and gives you kind of like fuzzy vision. It doesn't completely, it doesn't make you start missing stuff all the time. It does in the previous game, which is a little confusing, but whatever. Anyway, so first things first, we needed 1 for this Essence Stone, so sell 1 bandage to pick up this Essence Stone so that we can use it for stuff. If you hear any chonking noises in the background, that would be the dogs doing dog things. And anyway, now we can go ahead and explore around a little bit more. So this means that we have a way to actually make damage go up and stuff. That being said, let's actually go ahead and see what we're actually working with. So first of all, draw power, not ley lines. So, currently they are at 1. They set a tile. Do they do 2 now? Yes, so that does work. So in that particular case, let's see. Yeah, that wouldn't apply for the other guy that already has the 2 magic power, so we have 2 that have 2 power. That is certainly something. What else do we got to work with? Yeah, you've got all that. You're still working towards Clever, which we will get eventually. She doesn't even have 1 point yet, but again, we'll get there. Next thing, Lacerate. Yes, we definitely want Lacerate. Then later on, we'll want Gouge, because Gouge essentially just gives us extra damage now. So if we have essentially Gouge plus that Eye Pendant, plus that magic power bonus there, we can do a whopping, like, starting weapons worth of worth of damage. It's technically something. Alright. Next, the one that we actually need to work with work towards is going to be the Gatekeeper. So we already unlocked a Melder on someone or other. Who the hell's got Melder? Roasty. So you're the one that already picked up Draw Power. Good. So you just go ahead and work on Melder next. So let's see what we need. Mystic. So we've got 800 for Mystic that we're going to need. Currently that is at 350, so we got a decent bit more to go there. Actually, maybe even just leave them as Mystic. Whatever, we'll find out. 500 Melder, 500 Ashen. So Ashen is that one, which needs that Mystic anyway. So, we're going to be going back towards Mystic anyway. But let's see, as Mystic, how much do we have for that growing ability? So growth is currently taking up my entire screen. Hold on. 150. We have 75, so that's going to be Roasty that needs that. So you go ahead and use that thing on Roasty. Alright, so that gives us growth. That gives us a means to actually heal. So we've got that. Because as far as I'm concerned, that's just putting down a thing. We're not directly healing somebody, we're just putting down a thing that happens to heal. Weird how that works. Anyway, back to Mystic, Melder as a secondary. That sounds good to me. Yeah, we're just going to start off with all the class building, why not? But Ramir is going to be our main kind of go-to damage dealer for the time being, because that bleed is going to be really good. I would prefer to have that Lacerate on somebody else, because technically, like, that's just a debuff that's not directly doing damage, and a Chain Pull plus Lacerate is pretty nutty. We can get a bit of extra range on Zavard, who, by the way, funny thing, I've been calling them Zavgard for the last year. How I just imagined a G in the middle of their name, I don't know. I don't even know how much I've covered this thing. I even went and started a Tactics Ogre run with that as the main character. I've been calling them Zavgard this whole time. I was just thinking, oh, they're like a knight. It's like on guard or something. Neat. Thanks, Brain. Just completely imagining that. Anyway, carrying on. For Pyroclasmo, I do eventually want you to be Chisel here. Maybe just Knight as secondary. Because, yeah, if we can get Venom, that also adds quite a bit of value here. So just Venom and Lacerate is probably where we want to go towards here. Sunder would presumably help quite a bit, too. And then from the totally opposite end of the skill tree, we got to work towards getting access to Blaze Adept as well. So, yeah, even with the extra knowledge that we have now of damage being technically possible, it's a thing. And by the way, actually, those random saves from my original save up there were from a scrapped video idea that, you know what, we're just going to go ahead and discuss right now. So for the folks that were watching Mr. Legman's stream there, and we're saying, oh, no, this isn't allowed to be a Metroidvania. Like, this isn't Metroidvania at all. Like, if you look up the definition of a Metroidvania, I ended up scrapping that video for audio popping issues, by the way. Did get those resolved finally. But if you look up the definition of a Metroidvania, it's like, oh, it's basically a world in which you explore around using kind of additional increased options that are just all based on utility. So your exploration is based off of utility. And it's like, that is exactly what we're doing. It's like all exploration based off utility. You go over the kind of like Metroidvania subreddit thing. It's like, yeah, this is all stuff that we do here. Alright, now I forget. Do we need that telekinesis ability for this, or no? Can we throw a rock at that? Because this is one of those cases where... Yeah, that totally opened the door. Alright, perfect. Perfection! Alright, linen robes. Who's going to be using that a lot? Probably you. Get rid of this Gambazin, because it's a little on the worthless side. It's a Squeakful Skarn Armlet. Sure. Get more MP for you as well, because you can be doing the majority of that stuff. And what's in this box? Lockpick? Hell yeah. Alright. Lockpick goes over here. That's one more door opened. And anything under these carpets? No. We light every lantern we see, except also accidentally light our buddy on fire. Whoops. Okie doke. So, a little bit of progress, a little bit of going. Right now I want to head back to the tower and deal with those little gobbledygoobers that are, Oops. Wait, what the hell was that? What did I just... Oh, must have bashed it or something. Was that ready? No, was that bide? Oh, interesting. So, oh wait, hold on. Hold on, wait a sec. Okay. Does... Actually, no, I tested last time. Bide does actually help. Bide helps quite a lot, in fact. There, you're the War Mage guy. So you're not the one that gets a bonus off this. Yeah, you are the one that gets a bonus off this. All of our bonuses are kind of scattered and all over the place. How much health do these guys have, though? Let's see, just kind of mouse over them real quick. 13. Is that manageable? I feel like it is, but with some torch shenanigans. So, yeah, let's go ahead and save. Because this feels doable. Do lots of saves in case I accidentally screw myself over here. Go ahead and pull this torch over. We need our torch buddy, as it were. What kind of thing are you? Let's see, power sigil. It's +3. That helps them, but it hurts us. So why don't we just put the torch on top of that? Actually, can we? Actually, no. Here's what we do. So we pull this torch over this way. We go over this way, and we're just gonna kind of bash it into position. Or for that matter, maybe we just launch it straight at them and take over that sigil from the get-go. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do instead. So, let's see. If we just hit it, it won't necessarily help. Just need a very basic push. A little bit worried that the bash is just going to launch it against the wall. Yeah, it does. Alright, I suppose this is still fine. We can still just kind of chain pull it from here. So, current plan is we put down a flower in order to be able to heal. We chain pull this thing, and then we just kind of just whack it right into this dude. And see where that gets us, you know? Alright, get some bandages. Should probably hand out some of these bandages, actually. Here, drop one, and drop one. Just so everyone has at least one available. And we'll go ahead and get this thing set up, set it on fire. And next we'll need a basher. Alright, so first order of business. Put a growth right here. You're gonna be all good, and then we save, and then we bash. Alright. So we save, we bash, and then we should be good to go. I think this is probably a bit over-prepared for this particular engagement, but whatever. We'll, you know. Right, well. Ramir, would you like to, Right. I was gonna drag him through the fire, but okay, that works too. Let's go ahead and get it started. They're pretty much fine where they are, and also I burned away the plant. Alright. Whatever, we'll make a new plant. Extra special. There we go. So you go hang out on top of the plant because you've got the lowest health. You go over here because there's not much you can do. You are going to go ahead and lacerate this dude. Bleeding from fire, which I guess kind of sort of makes sense. Alright. You're going to ready over there. You're going to ready over here in case they decide to kind of charge in. I would assume they'll see this coming, and yes, as always, I'm setting my highest damage guy in the back where he can't do anything. Perfect. Brilliant strategy. Oh, alright, that works. That doesn't work, but it also kind of works. He also moved quite a distance, so yeah, this is alright. We're gonna scuff our way through this. This is fine. I just played that completely wrong. Alright. So, you go over here. These guys need more plant action. Beautiful. You just need to go over here to do a little bit of the old body blocking type of action. Go ahead and bleed and take advantage of this area right here. Let's see, if we charge, that doesn't really help us out very much. Yeah, you know what? You just go ahead and ready from here. Alright, you go ahead and bash this guy. There we go. Man, bash plus bleed is fucked. Anyway. Here, let's, no. Can I just... There we go. I don't know how you actually meant to do that normally. Also, that counts as our action. Except for where it doesn't. Alright. Good enough. We'll just kind of leave you as you are. Completely waste our turn. That's fine. That's fine. And that works out very nicely, too, because that bleed is going to just annihilate him. Alright. It's lightning doing its lightning thing. Yeah, I'm doing this really badly, but you know what? This still works. This still works. Here. Let's see. We don't have a revive item right now. Let's go ahead and do a basic burn on this guy. You just go ahead and stand on top of this flower and heal a little bit. You just ready up over here. There we go. There's a little bit of goodies there. And... bash with the lantern to go kill off that guy over there. Perfect. Alright, and once again, we will be wasting our damage on this dude by moving over here. Okay. Interesting attack there. I'm actually not sure how they did that. I guess they must have attacked the thing directly. Though again, I'm not entirely sure how. Oh well. Set that tile on fire. Do a little bit of body blocking in this direction. And, let's see, what do we want to do exactly? I think I'll probably just put down a little fire tile right here and walk over to the healing flower. Do the old recovery thing. Alright, and bash you into the fire. Beautiful. Yeah, I don't know why I wasn't doing this crap last time. This is way more effective. I think it's safe to say I might just be dumb. Okay. But either way, the run has tech. There's a lot of interactions. Like, you can use a ton of skills with a lantern. This is fun. I like this. It's just a fun little interactive journey. Right, so you're improving because you got fire next to you. You are continuously doing nothing until we get you bash or something, although you don't have a lantern, so it doesn't count. You're already healed up, so getting you back in the fight. Not really worth wasting a bandage right there, but we might be able to ready up over here. Maybe throw our healer behind him. It might be something worthwhile. Alright. If we bash him, that does technically damage our own guy, but they can get onto the flower, so that'll work. And then finally, Toasty, you just go hang out on this flower for the time being. Maybe put down a little bit of fire right there to see if they can really have their day ruined. There we go. Are you gonna do it, or there we go? That makes a lot more sense, but you never know. You never know. Maybe it just felt like being stupid. Who knows? Who knows? Alright. Here, let's not charge. Just kind of attack normally, I guess. Burninate you. Bashify you. Burninated. It's all fire damage. See, the way I figure it, as long as they're taking fire damage, that probably counts, right? It's like, as long as it's a torch being used to do the attacking, and the damage is coming from fire, that's basically a, torch attack. Also, this is probably a way that we can weaponize our dinosaur until she can do something. That we can just sort of throw stuff into her. I mean, it is a torch doing the torching, or the throwing in this case. Beautiful. Do that, set you on fire, and we're good. Alright. And we got another melder. Set this back on fire. We're so sorry for extinguishing you. There we go. More shears that we don't need. More linen robe. Whatever. Put her on you. Get rid of this thing. Got another cloak. We don't need that. Ulsak. Ulsak. Become bandage. Become poultice. There we go. Club is going to be worthless. Stalkweave is going to become bandage. Okay. Well, this place is thoroughly looted. Let's get the hell out of here. So everyone's a little damaged right now. Maybe we don't need to go back to the tower, but there is one item I want to get a hold of. I don't know if it'll be any benefit to us right now, but it's going to be over there. So we'll deal with that when we do. There's also, similarly, an area inside the tower that I want to get into, so we got to do that too. Okay. So we got a lockpick, so let's go ahead and use that sucker right here. See what we get out of here. A little bit of juice. Interesting. If you... Oh, that's cool. I didn't realize that. If you fill it up at a distance, you actually spill some along the way. That's cool. I wonder if that's a new detail they added, or if that's always been there. Just implying you're spilling it along the way. Okay, we get one of these. What do we got here? Fine robe. Oh, that's very nice. Yeah, you don't even have anything on, so that's an improvement. One more thingy set on fire, and I don't feel like that was necessarily worth the use of a lockpick, but it's technically an improvement. I'm pretty sure there's enough lockpicks for every door in the game, so I'm not going to be kind of sitting here butt-clenching about it, you know? Alright. Got another Ulsak. Become poultice. And what are you? Just $3 that somebody lost in the goo, as you do. Like, I can't really say anything about losing stuff in goo. I once lost a shoe to just some random floor in Florida. My brother invited us to go do this whole disc golf thing, and hadn't been there in a while. And yeah, sure enough, I end up going and stepping into just kind of stepping into some soft dirt, and I'm thinking, I'm just gonna go and just kind of jump across. It'll be fine. And then just the mud completely submerges my shoe. It's just completely gone. As you do, as you do. Now, quick thing, just so I can know, do we yet have access or do we have access yet, rather, to the rando fights? Because I think we do get a basic version of rando fights. Yeah, we do. Alright. This is more or less a repeat of our fight from earlier without the gigantic explodey tile. But the option exists to go pick up a few more skills at this point. This might be a really stupid idea. It's very likely to be, in fact. But I want to at least try it just to see what tools we have on hand. Alright. So, first... yeah, that damages them without pushing them into the water, so that works out fine. You hop onto this thing and set it on fire. Beautiful. We're gonna need a flower right here. So we'll set one up there, and then just kind of have a healing tile for the future. Fire truck is gonna stay where they are, being a good little mount. Let's see how much health you got left. 7. Yeah, just lacerate. Dude, I love the music in this game so much. Right. Like at this section, just like the friggin' piano organ absolutely losing their damn mind. I love it. I just love it so much. Man, this is Fiendish Uproar, by the way. If you want to... what the... oh, they're... okay, they're just taking bleed damage. I was gonna say, did they take water damage right there? But if you want to, if you want to go check out the soundtrack, the two best ones, in my personal opinion, are Fiendish Uproar and, what's the other one? Stone and Spear. It's like, of course, it's got spears in it. Of course I'm gonna love it, but, like, yes. Okay, here, let's put a flower down right there. Alright. Now, that's actually one of the other things I probably should have been taking advantage of earlier. So if you mount, the mount, you're able to use them like that. You're able to basically just use them as a shield, so that's useful. Okay, what do we want to do? Let's see, you've got one, perfect. Just get rid of him. Now, you always got to jealously protect your plants, though, because if they steal those, you're not getting them back. They usually can out-heal almost anything, but not everything. Not absolutely everything. Alright. Unfortunately, we're going to have to get some better armor or something for Ramir. That certainly seems to be our weakness right now. And additionally, possibly get some better skills over on this guy. Alright. Let's see. Let's probably bash you out of the way. Doesn't really help us out much, but at least we can go take that flower. Alright. Burninate this one. Nice happy big 3 there. You go this way. I wonder... hang on. Can I see their stat sheet or something? It's weird. Why are they doing 3? I mean, they're doing 3 for some reason. I just don't know what that some reason is. Anyway. Alright, you stay right there. We're gonna go for that poison. I gotta stop letting them get into that formation, because that's a problem. I'm thinking this is possible. I need a couple more lacerates, though. So, these aren't infinite grind fights, just so you know. They take a bit of a while to come back, which is why I wanted to do them right now. Alright. Let's just go ahead and put up a ready attack here, see if it's possible to last stand this thing. Because with poison and everything, it seems unlikely, but hey, weirder stuff has happened, right? That's something. Because yeah, if I can get some damage on him, that'd be good. Let's see about doing a bash. Yeah, it's not going to do the trick. Alright, we're going to go back to right before this. So it's doable. It's doable, I just need to adjust a couple things. So first of all, do we have more stuff? Like more Lacerate? Yes. Lacerate seems to be absolutely the way to go. Lacerate and then Venom. So Chisel's going to be absolutely key here. Unfortunately, it's kind of seemingly a bit of a dead end compared to the other stuff. Well, this is allowed. Blood Spikes, by the way, I'm going to consider allowed as long as they're not directly doing damage to something. So, like, with Blood Spikes, you can put them down to deter the AI, and they don't go anywhere. So that's pretty useful there. They're getting decently up there as far as their points go. You already got draw power. You really should be Melder at this point. Why was I using Mystic on you? Was it just absorbing? Was it for the Blaze Adept? I'm not sure. Not sure. But, yeah, oh yeah, you've already got your growth. Okay, so we just wanted to get up to 500 there. Fair enough, fair enough. I think we maybe pick up either the Burst or the Arc for puzzles. Yeah, I feel like we'll get more mileage out of Burst right now. And we'll pick up some other stuff later. Yeah, Leyline sounds cool, but it's not really something we're going to use right now. Alright, let's see. Now, we can actually use this to go help one of our own dudes out, but I feel like Venom's going to be the first one we want to go for there. So we'll leave that as it is. Let's see, weapon attack. Okay. We're going to pushes and pulls or counter. And I feel like Bash is probably the one we want to go for, but Opportunist is... I mean, definitely not bad, because, like, as far as ready goes, 50% of nothing is just 50% extra, basically. I think we'll just say Bash for now, and then we'll pick up the other one in a moment. 2 Lacerates, Absorb Burst. 50% Inflict Fragile. It's at least worth trying. We'll pick up Gouge later, because I feel like we'll need it. Alright. That looks decent, and I feel like this is probably where we want to go right now. Because the other alternative is to go back to the Watchtower, which we'll do in a minute. So there's an easy encounter that's very similar to this at the Watchtower, which we can just sort of go do that at some point. Oh, this is a way better spawn, too. Or is it? Hold on. What's the health situation on these guys? 9? Yeah, that's workable. Okay. By the way, I have to say, my first time through, I actually was a little surprised here, because I believe all these random encounters were actually added a bit later. They weren't part of the initial release. Or at least I thought they were a later part of the game, or maybe they came in later or something. But it just wound up fitting thematically really, really well at the time. Because it was like this case where it just got to a point in the story where a bunch of stuff is suddenly kind of popping off all over the place, and then you look at the bottom of the map and it just looks like there's this invasion happening. So that looked really cool. But yeah, alright, so we'll put some fire down over there, put a little bit of, ooh, wait a sec, hold on. Air bursts onto fire. You know, that's something. That's something. But, like, well, for now we'll put down a flower. And just have you sit on fire truck, because you've got no health. Yeah, leave you as you are. Maybe actually have you go stand on the flower, so we're double healing. Lacerate on you. There we go. And then you. Just go ahead and bash. Just knock them into something else. Who knows? Or at least get them out of here. But I think Bash Lacerate is really going to be our kind of bread and butter for the time being. Alright, they're going to go ahead and try to get into that building for some reason. They'll keep doing that little spinny poison bullshit. Alright. I mean, I say it's BS, but I keep setting myself up for it directly, so... How BS can it be when you do it to yourself, really? I suppose very if you're an idiot like I am. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue this way. Let's go ahead and set a little bit of fire right here. Airburst. Is there anything this airburst can do for us? Not well. Actually, could keep those two away for the time being. could kind of spread out the fight a little bit. So there we go. Oh, shoot. Well, that's 2 damage. Who gives a damn? We'll consider it close enough. We'll do something to make up for that later. There we go. That's fun. But yeah, fire straight into burning walls or whatever else. We'll go ahead and skip a turn to make up for that too, but yeah. Alright. Because yeah, this is looking doable one way or another. Like Lacerate is really doing its thing here. Okay. Now you go ahead and lacerate this one at this point. Bleed. Alright, Roasty's low on health. Go healify this one. Sit down over here. Perfect. Now, Fire Truck, why are you on your own? Did you lose your rider? Guess they must have done. Alright. Well, stand in a straight line. Honestly, should have done that from the beginning, but we're going to stand in a straight line now. Maybe we should go do the encounter over at the Watchtower first. Still getting pretty solidly dunked on here, even with the new tools kind of established. Alright. Can you go over the water? Okay, yeah, no, that wouldn't count. Okay, hold on. We're going to go ahead and load this one up, because they weren't supposed to go in the water. Technically, yes, they're still alive, but they're not supposed to be doing that, and technically we had somebody kicked onto a spike earlier. So we'll just go ahead and load it up. Because, yeah, one way or another, we want to go to the Watchtower anyway, which will be faster just doing this. Let's go to the Watchtower, do a little bit of yield healing and stuff, because more health certainly wouldn't go awry. And do you have anything new yet? How can you help? Well, I don't know. It depends on what kind of goodies you got in stock, sir. Nothing as of yet. Alright, well, cool. Let's just go ahead and run downstairs, do that encounter, and then take a rest. And then we should be good to go. Alright. So, what do we do with you? There's got about 5 of them suckers around. We airburst one of them out of the fight. Do we chain pull one of them closer? I feel like that's probably the play. Because the closer we get to them, the closer... There we go. So their movement is reduced, and the good thing about the chain pull is that it doesn't actually do damage, so that is good. Right, lacerate. Alright, set that on fire. Then we'll need... No, airburst isn't going to do the trick here. Okay. Let's do one flower over here. Might be a little bit too far back, to be honest. Alright, let's put you there. Let's move Fire Truck up to draw a little bit of aggro as you do. What do we want to do next? Do we just chain pull? Do we... Or we just sunder? Okay, let's just sunder and see what happens. Or for that matter, just bash them to make them take bleed damage. There you go. So yeah, debuffs, like I said, debuffs are fair game. Like, I'm not going to try to keep track of every single debuff that goes off. That'll just be a headache. And I'm not in this for the headache. I'm in this for the fun crap you can do with a lantern. So, set you on fire. You continue just kind of sitting there and gaining experience, I suppose. You... we safely airburst that one guy over on the right to get him out of the fight a little bit more, because we're about to be somewhat surrounded. Probably. Okay, that doesn't really completely get him out of the fight, but it's at least a little bit further. Alright. Then you go here, set this tile on fire in case they want to get close. And what do we do with you? I'll probably just sit here. These guys are immune to water, they can just move in it. Alright, he's gonna kill himself off with poison, or with bleed, rather. So once we get poison bleed going, like, we're very, very effective at that point. Because, yeah, Lacerate seems to be able to just insta-kill stuff, so that's beautiful. You just keep lighting this little patch of ground on fire. We're going to need one more plant. Let's pop this guy over here, have you go this direction. Probably start a little bit of a retreat type action. Get your rider up and healing as you do. Alright, what's next? You're already lacerating. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to pull him closer to make him take a little bit of damage from that bleed, but also he'll attack and run away. And while he does so, we're going to go ahead and get a ready prepared over in this direction. There we go. A little bit of burn there. We'll probably lose Ramir as we do. Alright. Beautiful. Because, yeah, when they try to retreat, they always end up giving themselves additional bleed damage. Alright. You continue sitting on this flower. You can double up on the flower using your stuff there. Toasty... yeah, I don't know. We need a job for you, I guess. Alright. Now, if we burst them down, that just gets them out of the fight for now. Or at least gives them a little bit of extra movement that they have to do. Kind of a bit of a tactics ogre brain kicking in there, I suppose. Also, is the fragile guy dead? I think they might be. Whatever. Bleedify that dude. Yeah, just finish them off. Finish them off before they're a problem. They were already dead, but they're extra finished off now. Right. Now, once we complete this, though, that does give us more options as far as exploration is concerned, but for now, just beat. Beat with torches. And yeah, I'm pretty sure having a torch in your hand counts as having a source of fire nearby, because, yeah, he immediately went up to 3, so we're gonna want that on everybody. Just need to get magic power up to some degree. Which is not the most common thing, but it's alright. We'll make it work. But even over here, maybe it's just holding the torch in his hand is enough. Like, maybe he is boosting his own extra damage or something. Who knows? It's an interesting interaction. Also, that was supposed to finish him off, and I hit the completely wrong tile, so cool. Way to go. Crap, they're going for the heal. Alright. Fire truck is gone. You lacerate. Didn't really need to do that, actually. Alright. Alright, I mean, if he doesn't want to take the flower, he doesn't want to take the flower. Who am I to judge? Right. And there we go. Now we just walk away, and he dies. Now we just kind of do the whole Kill Bill friggin' 10-second death punch or whatever the hell it was. There we are. So that gets us the Bandolier, we got the Ashen, we got the Fanger. Awesome. Okay. So, Chain we'll need later, Timed Hits we'll need later, Venom is yes, but it's also very expensive. So, Venom is going to be a priority. You with your Mystic stuff, is there anything extra you can do? Blood Spike. Do that. So, Toasty's already set. Toasty is not already set. I'm just dumb. Okay, well, that was a waste. Oh well, every new thing is one more thing that we can potentially play around with. Alright, you can go become an Ashen at this point. Let's see, because you've already got the stuff that we need. You got Draw Power. Let's see, Ashen Power. Gain +2, but increase LMP cost by 1. This is amazing for us, basically. So Ashen is... oh, shoot. Yeah, that's actually an instant gotta go do that, actually. Yes, do it right away. Because that's just basically free +2 damage. Alright. So everybody needs to work towards that. Now, Ramir is getting not close enough to Venom. What does Fanger give us in this case? So, during your turn or delayed abilities, Fang and Spike damage is increased. We don't have any of that. Anyway, Sharpener. I really like this ability on a casual playthrough, but spikes you create deal half of your Geo Adept. Also creating spikes on top of spikes. Create sharp spikes, which inflict bleed. Or weapon attacks deal +40% to enemies that cannot move anywhere. Could be useful. I don't think there's much that the Fanger's going to give us. 'Cause, yeah, we can put down a bunch of different traps, but none of it's going to be related to this, so that's not going to help us much. Yeah, I feel like you have to probably start going down the Mystic route, and then just go secondary Chisel for the time being. That does get rid of our rope pull, but we have ways. Alright, Actually, no, it doesn't get rid of our rope pull. What the hell am I talking about? Alright, Vanguard. What does this give us? Smite, so push multiple enemies 1 tile. Deal 70% damage, push 1 tile, and move forward 1 tile could be useful. Revitalize. Cover an ally's negative status effects. Grant negate for 2. Switch places with them. And fortify. Okay, you know what? Actually, you'll do for this. Counter push could also be really useful for what we're doing right now. So yeah, that'll do. Okay, we'll switch him over to Vanguard for the time being. Yeah, just spend your point on health because there's nothing else you can use it on, and go Vanguard. He's not going to be doing much damage, but he is going to be providing a decent bit of extra value. Yeah, and you need to go full for Venom. Yeah, Venom is funny. Like, it's one of these moves that's like, it's very, very good, and then you constantly forget to buy it. Like, when I was playing casually and whatever else, I would keep looking at it like, this looks so good, this looks so good, and then we'd just keep forgetting over and over and over and over and over. Alright. Let's get this thing out of the way, go get our Bandolier. I don't know if the Bandolier is really going to help us right now, but we got Bandolier. That's pretty cool. So there's that. So Bandolier allows you to rearrange items in your inventory without using up your actions, and it's +3 dodge. So for the time being, I'm going to go ahead and throw it on you. I'm surprised that it even got a buff. I don't believe it had that 3 dodge originally. Maybe I'm misremembering. But just something to know. But for the time being, hang on, right? How did we do this? So there's an item over there. You can push that button somehow. How the hell did we do that? Did we need to bash it or something? There was some trick to this button. Was it a... There was something. What the hell was that something? Yeah. It's like, this thing's a button over here. Alright. Let's see. There was some kind of hidden route here somewhere, I remember. I think now is the time that we start going and examining different routes, seeing if I can find something. We got improvements. Like, at least stuff's looking better. There's a few fights that are maybe a bit more realistic at this point. And I've got time for maybe one more. Plus, at some point, we'll need to get access to ice stuff so that we can get access to that door down there. But, for the time being, let's see. And, by the way, I should probably mention, outside of those... like those few guys at the very bottom of the map, nothing respawns. So like, if you killed something, it's just dead now. So I'm thinking we probably go try that encounter one more time. See if it's doable with the slight improvements made, and yeah, then we'll go from there. Go to this. Eventually, go pick up that blazing whatever it was for everybody. All right, you go here, you go here, you go here. Also, should probably take advantage of that oil pot up there. So worst case scenario, big old self-destruct move, you know? Alright. So you lacerate. Lacerated. Put down a spike. Probably around here so that they have to go around it. It's gonna make it a bit more inconvenient for them to move around. Put the flower down over there. Fire truck's gonna sit here and tank. Meanwhile, we want to ideally stand in a line as much as possible. I do have one guy out of position at the moment. But let's see. I know what I just said, but also screw it, this is hilarious. There we go. He's dead anyway. At the end of his turn, yeah, there we go. If it counts as a bash, if the primary attack doesn't do it, it's good enough. I don't want to get too into the weeds about this. Alright. Technically, their only weapon is the torch. That's what matters. Like, they can't use spells or whatever else. Alright. Burninate you. The more fire stuff that we could throw into all this, the better. Yeah, probably blood spike over here so that they don't run into us. Just gonna make a little bit of a barricade. One plant down here. Are you bleeding yet? If not, you're about to be. There we go. Now we need more bash action somewhere. Maybe we just go over here and ready up. See what they end up deciding to do. Okay, they kicked that dude's teeth in. Good to know. Them too. Them too. Them too. But it's okay. Even though we took like 20 in return, we did one. Did one, and that's really all that we needed in the end anyway, right? Oh man, that stuff's good. That stuff is fantastic. Alright, do one of these. Beautiful. Alright, that guy's got 4. Let's just drop a plant right there, give him a little bit of healing. Have fire truck over here so that hopefully this thing decides to go meander around or something. Bash for additional bleed. There we go. That does leave a flower open, but I'm hoping their AI will be considered too stupid to act on that. Nope. Nope. They're just going to go ahead and take it. Alright. Good to know. Good to know. Alright, I think we're going to go take the one table room then. Because this one's scuffed already, right? Yeah. They've got 6. What do you have? Not very much. Can hop on this thing. Finish that one off. Okay, actually, no, this is still impossible, but it's slightly less impossible, I guess. Alright, that's fire truck gone. Yeah, is there any hope for this? Seems like no. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and load that one up. There we go. Alright, so in that case, we're gonna go for that one room up north, and then gonna call it for this part. Alright. There we go. Commerce grounds. Oh, that's already where we were? Well, screw it. So, let's go ahead and hop on the mount. And ride our fire truck up here. Alright, so there's one room around, not the ambush. Ambush, I don't think we're ready for just yet. What's, yeah. Maybe we are ready for the ambush. Yeah, you know what, let's try the ambush. So there's one room up north that's got a bunch of people just kind of hanging around a kind of banquet hall looking area. Alright. Yeah, alright. Alright, so first, you. I really should be using their turn swap more often. I keep forgetting that's a thing. Actually, let's swap you guys around. You go here, you go here. And we're going to need to give Roasty more to do. Kind of wasted a bunch of points on a perk we didn't need. But for now, Fire Truck's going to go down here, act as a shield. You're going to go and lacerate this one. They're going to try to get out of range. You are going to put down a blood spike in this direction to convince them to go elsewhere. You're going to put down a healing flower. And just kind of stand where you are. Right. I don't know if Sunder actually boosts fire damage. I don't think so. But just in case... Oh, either way, they're toast. They might get one shot off, but that's the... Oh, never mind. They got run over by the fire truck. Beautiful. Alright, where are we? Right, fire trucks and such. Alright, you stay right there. You do one of these. There we are. And you do the whole dissuading from movement thing. So you're going to go ahead and put one right here. And that should convince everybody to go in the opposite direction, hopefully. Can they hop onto this? Yes. So... let's see. Yeah, why don't we hop down here? Do the plant anyway. Have Ramir go down there. Any use for the chain pull here? Not really. There's going to be some cases where we'll really want that chain pull, but we're fine as we are. You just kind of take that safety tile for now. I don't think they're going to try going around the sides, but... nah, just in case. Okay, no, not even just in case. We're just going to have you run forward. Alright. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. Now, one thing that is going to be weird is we can't really augment stuff. We can't... I don't think we can augment the torches. I never actually tried. That'd be kind of interesting if we could. Wait, did I try that last time? I'm like 90% certain I didn't. Anyway. Alright, you go that way. You... kind of want more range on these spikes. Alright. Let's just have you retreat for the time being, because you don't really have much in the way of health right now. You can put down a flower over here, and just continue blocking where he was. Mirror. You do one of those, and you do one of these. Bleed and punt. Alright, that's one bleeder down. I really need to get better armor for Amir. Like, he's just got all the durability of the friggin' tissue. He bandaged so hard he exploded. Okay. Now you lacerate this one. Then you head over here. Let's see, we got Absorb. I keep forgetting Absorb is good for getting rid of debuffs. I forget if you're debuffed right now, but whatever. It's still something that they absorbed. And you can smash this dude with a lantern. Alright, anything you want to do with... yeah, just push him. Just push him, it's fine. Alright. Yeah, it's still decently acceptable. That's less acceptable, but honestly we're kind of at a point that we're probably fine. At least it's close to it. See if we need to make any further adjustments here. Let's see, one more spike over here. Thankfully, the spikes do not expire. Alright, and then you can just bash this one. Beautiful. Love how they just explode in this comical pile of gore. Just bleeding pile all over the place. Okay, yeah, we actually might be a little bit screwed. Such is how quickly it changes. But alright, that was decent. For a first attempt, I'll take it. So, let's see. Alright. So, a little bit stretched for time here today, so we'll call that there for today. And I'm thinking next time what we do is maybe move around the torches, maybe move around some furniture, create more of a sort of like kill zone kind of thing so that they're forced to move around more. Specifically, I'm thinking maybe just use this building so we can get some furniture out of the way here. Alright, get that moved there. Go ahead and bash it over this way. Alright, you continue bashing it over that way. There we go. Bash over that way. Those kind of piles of rubble will block things from coming. Same thing with this one. We can go ahead and bash it over that way. Because like, it's funny how they set it up so that you're just barely able to cover most areas, but it's not enough to exactly cover 100% of what you want covered. Just like right here, we can sort of block off this area most of the way. But just kind of get close. Anyway, I'll play around with that a bit more next time. I gotta get going for right now, and so yeah, that'll be that. So y'all have yourselves a good one, take care, and see you next time.